Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today I am going to be showing you how I'm using some of my celebration products that I just received and excuse me, one of the new bundles, which is the Country Bouquet. The DSP I'm going to be using is the Dandy Designs, which is free with a $100 purchase. It's a great value. It's a massive stack of 12 by 12 paper. This is it. I'm going to show you real quick. We're going to be using this print, and then hold on, this and this piece. We're going to be using where's the other piece? Okay, we're going to be using a polka dot piece too. Yikes, here it is. Wonder where my little piece of it is. So we're using these 4 designs from the DSP on the card. Yeah, it's got quite a bit, but with so much DSP, you can't miss. So let me show you the card. I'm going to show you a little variation on this with the hearts. If you didn't want to do any stamping, you can punch them out in solid colors. So this is the outside, what I've come up, and this is the inside. And like I said, this is my sample, so I'm going to change it up a bit. You're going to hear some loud noise in the background as my neighbor is getting a new roof put on their home. So anyways, can't do anything about that. Just gonna push on through this. So this is the Country Bouquet suite. Now I am not one for Valentine's. I am just not. However, I love that this heart represents kind of a flower, and that was something that drew me to it. Also, I can see using it in many different ways, and that's what I look forward to playing with. So what are we going to be using? We're going to be using this heart. Now it is 2 together. You could cut that apart, which I have done in the past. This one is working just fine, so I'm not going to do so, but you can see how it sits there. We're going to be using the leaves. You'll see them there. We're going to be using the little solid hearts. We're going to use the outline heart, which is already mounted. The I love you, just wanted to say, and happy Valentine's Day, as this is a Valentine's card. So let me put these aside. And before we go any further, we are also going to be using that Label Me Lovely punch. Let's go ahead and do our punching here. So here is, that is the center of our card. I can set this punch aside. That's all I needed it for. Now I told you I'm going to show you that you could do this. In fact, now I'm going to change my color from my green leaves to soft seafoam. I have the scrap of soft seafoam, which if you don't want to do the stamping, you can do this card project. This is why these are so versatile. I love the punches. There's the solid leaves. Now I'm going to stick this in because I just want that little heart here. So there's my little heart in petal pink, and my large heart, I have the scrap of fresh freesia, as these are the colors we're going to be using for the card. So if you did not want to stamp, you could do this solid, or you could even go and use stays on it. But there you get a look at how you could, yikes, trying to pick that up without moving everything. Just lay it like that. You could do it like that. We are going to be doing the stamping, as that's what I designed, but I just wanted to show you that it is versatile, whichever way you want to do it. So we have this piece now prepped already. I have 4 pieces. Let me set my card up there. So I have 4 pieces of the DSP cut at 1 3/4 by 2 3/8. Made you a little template there. because I used a template to actually do this. So we're going to see, I'm using this one, and that side. So I've used those 4 pieces, and I'm going to show you how I did this card. I have I have my card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I simply cut my first layer in basic white to 4 by 5 1/4. And that's my layering piece. Then to get the measurement of my little squares here, I simply took a piece of scrap paper and I cut me another 4 1/4 by 5. Then I divided it in 4. I laid those pieces down and I started trimming my edges by 1/8 of an inch until I got the desired border effect on my card. See that? So I just trimmed the edges down by 1/8 of an inch to give me that. That is how I determined what size of little pieces of paper. I wanted to show you that. So those of you are wondering, oh, how did she figure that out? Well, I did the old-fashioned way. I just made me you can see that's actually my shipping label from Paper Pumpkin. I used that sheet and I just made myself a template of 4 little pieces. Here they are. Yikes. Oh, they're in here. I'll show you. Here's all 4. And I laid them out and trimmed them down to the desired effect I wanted. So sometimes it's easier for me to physically see it than to think it out in my head. Sometimes I just have to see it. And that's why I love using templates. So maybe that little tip might help some of you out there. But for this card, I've already done that for you. And you know you need 4 pieces at 1 3/4 by 2 3/8. I'm going to set those aside in my dish. Now I'm going to... I want my large bottle because I'm using, as things fall off of as I'm using this large piece of basic white, I'm going to start by gluing this down. And I have 2 here. One's for the inside. We don't want that one yet. So I'm going to start large bottle of Tombow. Get that centered on the front of my card base. Next are my DSP elements. I'm going to lay them out where I want them. And you could do that, but I chose to use a little different. So I'm going to start in one corner. And then I'm going to go to the opposite corner on the diagonal here to get this where I want them. Yikes. Tombow loves to stick. Sometimes to me. So, like I said, on the diagonal, I'm getting my that looks really good. So next I can lay these pieces. I was like, throw these pieces down. Yes, I can. And the last corner now for my celebration, I got all paper products. I'm not one for coloring things in, and a lot of those images needed coloring, so I chose, let me see, yes, that's good. So there is that piece. Now this piece is going to go in the center like so on dimensionals, but we're going to get our hearts on there first. So we're going to do some stamping. So this is, I got a couple of scratch pieces of paper. Let's start with our petals first. And I told you we're going to switch that up to soft sea foam. Now these are polymer stamps, so it is wise to use some bit of cushioning underneath them, because unlike the red rubber has their cushioning. Oh, that's really juicy. So we're going to have to stamp on a piece of scratch paper. Let's see, I need something to stamp onto. That bit of calendar I had, we're going to stamp off. I just want to look at what it's going to look like. Yes, I want to stamp off. So I'm stamping off. Now I'm coming over here and I'm stamping. And this is soft seafoam. And I'm looking for my punch so I can punch it. Here we go. And let's see. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Line it up, punch it out. So there are my 2 petals that we don't need. Now I'm wondering, do you think we can get one heart in there? Can we? Yeah, we can. Let's try it anyways. So my hearts are going to be in Fresh Freesia and Petal Pink. No, both of these are going to be in Fresh Freesia. The inside hearts are Petal Pink. So let's see. I'm going to ink them both up. This is a distinctive stamp, meaning it has the look of being distressed, and it lightens the color here and there just by the way they made the stamp, which is gorgeous. So we need that out still to stamp our sentiments. So let's punch our hearts. I'm talking to myself here about, okay, what do I need to do? I need to punch the hearts out. Let's get that completely done. And I really do love these hearts. So we have our hearts now and our petals, and we are going to put them on our card. This piece is going like so with the curvies onto the side. So we're going to use dimensionals, and I'm using up my paper pumpkin one. So I just need one there, as that's going to go there. I don't need that one. I need minis next. Let's see. Boy, that's a lot of banging. They're going to be there all day. So I'm going to put one on that one. Yep. One, and one on all of these. So one mini should suffice on all of these wee little pieces. And I do apologize about the noise, but I just can't do anything about it at all. Can't deal with the dogs, can't put the dogs up because it's not the dogs. So I want my heart to be right covering this piece of the straight edge of my punch. And I am going to put one petal like so, the other there, and my wee little heart upside down, mimicking a flower. So that is how I like it. Now I'm going to give you another tip, making sure I'm not using the one for the inside of my paper. When you're using DSP with a punch, like this piece here, it's real flimsy because it's DSP. I'm going to punch a piece of cardstock out. And I am going to now adhere the DSP piece to this piece. It's just going to give it a little bit more stability. And I don't always do this, but on this card I wanted that. I felt it needed it. And we are gluing that straight down. And it does, in my opinion, help. You can do several. Let me show you that. If you wanted to add a little bit more depth and dimension to this without using a dimensional, cut a few of these out. Let's see. It's only DSP, and it's okay if one of them is a little short. So we can glue all of these on here. This will be a total of 3. All right, so there's 2. One more. Showing you a few tricks. Sometimes I do this instead of using DSP, and it makes my card not so costly with the post office. Now you can see I've got that bit of width here on that piece, and it will make a difference. It's going to make it stand up and pop up just that little bit extra. So there is the beginning of it. Next, we're going to stamp our sentiments, and I've already prepped our pieces. I'm going to lay them out for you and tell you what they are. So on my original card, this was a strip from December 2022's Paper Pumpkin. It was a little thin, and I didn't outline it as this was a sample of what I was trying to do. So my first piece here, let me get a ruler and show you, is 1 3/4 by 1/2 inch. These are all 1/2 inch strips. So that makes my layering strip 3/4 inch by 2. That's for the I love you. Next is just wanted to say, and this one is 2 1/4 by 1/2 inch, which leaves this to be 3/4 inch by 2. I think this one I cut too far. I did. Yes, this one we will have to trim down because that should have been 2 1/2, not 2 3/4. So we'll fix that one. The next one is 3/4 inch strip. This is for the inside, and that is 3 inches, which brings this one to 1 inch by 3 1/4. So let's fix, oh, we'll stamp it and then fix it. No, we'll just take that 1/4 inch off. Let's do that first because that will bug me. So it was meant to be, wrong piece. That's the piece it needs to go into. So that was 2 1/4. And see, I cut it 1/4 inch longer than it should have been. So I need to take it down to 2 1/2. And we're going to stamp. And we're going to stamp all of these in fresh freesia. So we're going to start with our I love you. And I want the I love you to be, let me show you. This one I have it to the right. No, that's where I do want it. So we're going to stamp it to the right side of our white. That is going to leave me room for my little hearts here. And I'm going to turn them so they fit on my paper. So I have the hearts there. Now it's coordinating paste. Next, we're going to stamp that just wanted to say. And this one, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to bring it to the left side of the paper. Well, it's meant to fit just that saying. So there's no hearts on that one. It's coordinating piece. And next we have the Happy Valentine's Day, which we're going to stamp in the center like so. Beautiful. Love it. So we are all done with this fresh freesia. Now we're going to glue these pieces down. There's no need for any more dimension. I want the hearts to be the center focal point of the card. But I really like, since this is just a one line of words for the inside, I want to give it a little bit of oomph, and that's by backing it with some cardstock. So we have just wanted to say, and this is for the front. Boy, is that noisy. So next is our I love you. All right, so where's my lid? Oh, I'm gonna need that anyway. So here is the card I did. You can see basically the same, but now we're gonna do the I love you. We are gonna put right here, and we're gonna bring this, you know what, let me see, because I backed it. Yes, we're gonna bring it just to the edge of the white layer on our card. And we're going to do that with the top sentiment. Just wanted to say. So you can see it coming together. Now I think they stand out a bit more. So next we have our piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. X marks the spot. So there's our piece to write in our own handwriting whatever we wish to say in this card. And there is our Happy Valentine's Day, which now stands out a bit better in my opinion. So you can see, you can really, your eye is now drawn to our sentiment strips by backing them on a piece of coordinating cardstock. So our next step is to go ahead and add some bling to this. And let's see what we have. We have the opal rounds. I did have something else I wanted to try. Now, where did I put him? I got them off the clearance rack. Yes. I thought these were great. These polished dots, great value on the clearance rack, like $3.20. Can't beat that. So let's go ahead and use some of these on there. So I hope you guys go up there and check it out. I am going to, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to use this little one because they look like petal pink. And I'm going to add that just like I did before. This little one, I'm going to add, oh, I don't think I want to put it on the heart directly. I'm going to stick it right here in the corner. Then I want a large one on my heart here, and I want a little one for the heart there. And I know that everybody says do it in odd numbers, but this one 4 suits it just fine. So there are my sample, the card we created. Now you could do an envelope, but I really like the clear envelopes, especially for this. So I wanted to show you one more thing. How are we doing on time? Good. I want to keep it under 30 minutes since I want this to go in a clear envelope so everybody can see what a pretty card it is. Just like this. You need, oh, where did it go? Need another piece of white. That one is not the right size. Either is that one. Those didn't get cut down all the way. This one is. You need another piece that's 4 1/4. Okay, so we're not done. We need another piece that's 4 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of stamping. Here's my scratch paper. You can see. I want to do Oh, I forgot to stamp the inside. We're going to use these fresh freesia hearts. Oh, well, we're going to do both of them. We're going to do them both. So we're going to put them at an angle like this because we need room to write our address, their address. Where are my leaves in soft seafoam? We want those in play. But I forgot to do the inside, so I'm going to stamp that off because I want them to be light and pretty. So right there, ta-da, mimics, you know, that is so perfect. You got plenty of room to write. And we need to clean off our stamp pad and bring in our petal pink because I did petal pink on the inside of the card and I almost forgot that step. So that is to mail our card. My petal pink, let's see. I need the card out of the envelope now. You know, that happens. So see here, I wanted to add, let's see if this is going to work. I thought about stamping that little heart. Stamp off lightly. Little heart in this corner. I just wanted to change it up. Stamp off that little heart again because I want it. And I'm going to stamp it down here. I just wanted to do a little different. Change it up. And then where are my little hearts? We're going to do these in fresh freesia. So here we go. We are going to stick those coming out of that heart, and I can do this one upside down. Ta-da! So that is the inside of the card, and I love the combo of the two colors. So I'm going to show you the sample. This is still really great. I just liked this better, and I like backing the Happy Valentine's Day. So now we're going to stick this, pretend it's addressed, and I tell you what, I would love to send this to one of my viewers. So the first one to comment, and then you are going to need to send me, you're going to be able to see who you are who comments. The first person to comment on this video, I'm going to mail this to you. You will need to send me your address to, let me show you. You're going to send it to, email it. Email me your address. Address to Alice Seraphin. That's me. Though my nickname is Allie. Alice Seraphin. Oh, hold on. 1969 at gmail.com. So if you were the first one to comment on this video, send me your address, email it to me at there, and I'm going to send you this card. It is just waiting to be addressed. I'm going to leave the inside blank so that you can utilize it as you wish. And I think I'm even going to stick another clear envelope folded inside so you can mail this to somebody you want to. So I hope that you will make a comment. Hit the like button. It helps me to get my videos out there. I did not know that. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button when you do see it. It helps YouTube to promote my videos and my channel. And I would be so, so grateful, as I am so close. 22 more subscribers and I hit 500. And for me, that is like blowing my mind. So I appreciate everything you do for me. And I hope you come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye now.